Hey there, Papa's Posse. Don't forget about that QR code. Take you to my eBay, YouTube, and Instagram page. Well, welcome back to the channel there, Papa's Posse. Once again, it's time for Papa's Comic Books, Coffee, and more. Well, welcome back to the channel there, Papa's Posse. It's Papa's Comic Books, Coffee, and more. And today we have Combat Kelley and his Deadly Dozen, number 6, 20 cents from 1972. Title of the story, A Wing and a Prayer and Mad Dog Martin, by Gary Friedrich and Dick Ayers. Now, before we begin, don't forget this book and others are available on my eBay page, Papa's-Comic-Books. Let's see what's going on. Kelley's heroes face death at the Fortress of Doom. Move, you meatheads. This is one hill we gotta take, or die trying. Keep moving, you slow-footed bunch of sissies. If we don't reach that wall up ahead, this Nazi artillery is going to blow us to kingdom come before we even reach our objective. There it is. Now hit that wall and hug it like it was your long-lost baby blanket. Great. Stand out here in the open and count on that. The rest of us are taking over. If you don't mind, I'll make it my winter tribal blanket. That'd be more likely to stop all the flying lead. Stop sweating it, Redskin. You got the old Ace Hamilton look cooking for you. Man, they're throwing everything at us, but Eva Braun's best beer steins. If that doesn't let up, we haven't got a prayer of getting to the kraut line, much less breaking through it. There's nothing we can do but sit tight until the brass come up with something. I got no idea what that might be. But unless it's retreat, they might as well order us to cut our own throats. I heard that, Kelley. As much as it grieves me to admit it, you're right. Retreat. There is no order so difficult for an officer in combat to give, and none so difficult for the foot soldier to obey. Yet, the call for retreat is sounded. Obey they must, though even in retreat, many must pay the ultimate price. 2 hours we've been at it, and we haven't gained a lousy inch. Kelley, where the devil's your flyboy buddy with that aerial reconnaissance report? I was just wondering the same thing, Captain. Fact is, he's a con just like me and the rest of the boys. And he was doing time for losing his nerve in the middle of a combat mission. We thought we could count on him, but I might have turned you yellow again. Terrific. I need a top-notch pilot, and they send me a 2-time loser. Well, if we can't wait on forever, matter of fact, we've probably waited too long already. We've got to crack that Nazi line, and if he doesn't show up in 5 minutes, we'll try it again, without the information, no matter what it costs us. As the hard-pressed captain stares at his watch, Combat Kelley thinks back to the night before. Lots of chicks, Kelley. Pick one out and have a ball. Might do just that, soldier. A USO dance. Spirits were high. Neither Kelley nor his men could have believed that in less than 24 hours they'd be in Germany fighting for their very lives. The guys are really loose tonight. First time in a long time, I guess. It's good for them. They've earned it. Guess watching them should be enough for me, since I can't even look at another woman, not after her. Ella there, Sergeant. Ella there, Sergeant. Never had it figured you'd stick in the mud. Oh, well, guess maybe I never was much of a dancer, Laurie. And before you say anything else, I got no intention of dancing with one of my men, even if she's a great cook, great-looking chick. Come now, Sergeant, can't we forget I'm one of the Deadly Dozen? Even if only for a moment. Come on, put your arms around me. I should go ahead, dance with her. Why can't I? There now. Don't be so stiff. Just relax. Pretend I'm your sweetheart back home. There's something so mysterious about him, so dreadfully lonely. She wants to kiss me. I want her to, yet I don't. I must reach him somehow, get through to him, make him see me. Tan Hoot! Sorry to spoil your fun, man, but the dance is over. Kelley, report to my office on a double. Whatever you say, Captain, but can't the rest of the men? No. Something's big brewing, and it may well affect every man-jack of you. So, Kelley, you report to me, and the rest report to your barracks. Oh, Sarge, can't you talk to him? You heard the captain. I want this place cleared, and I don't mean 30 seconds from now. How do you like that? I was just about to get the dame's phone number. You think that's bad? I was on the verge of getting the Lindy down pat. Sometimes I think Happy Sam's got gunpowder in his veins and a grenade for a heart. You're all breaking my heart. I was making a killing in a crap game, but you don't hear old Dice belly aching, do you? No, indeed you don't. You know. Why? Because I'd rather kill Krauts than make money any day. That's why. Before we get down to business, Kelley, I want you to meet Captain Martin. What do you say, Kelley? Been reading about you. Not Mad Dog Martin, the scourge of the skies until he lost his guts. One and the same, Sergeant, but it isn't for you to question his courage, especially not in the view of the fact that I'm assigning him to the deadly dozen. Sheesh, some of us have all the luck. Nothing doing, Captain. It's bad enough I have to wet nurse a bunch of ex-cons. At least I know I can count on them when the going gets rough. You couldn't count on me, huh? Not on a dare, Martin. No way, I don't want you. You assigned this yellow-bellied wonder to me, and you can find yourself a new leader. I'd rather go back to jail. You're pretty quick to condemn Kelley without knowing the facts. Where the devil would you be if nobody giving you a chance the way you're refusing to give me one? He's right, Kelley, and besides, you don't have a choice. I've got a mission for you, and Martin's part of it. So stick it in your sea rations and choke on it. Anybody ever tell you you got a real way with words, Captain? Okay, I got the message. But if he fouls up just once, so help me, I'll break his neck. Well, now that we understand each other, here's what it's all about. We're pushing for a big breakthrough right about here, but the Kraut fortifications are too tough. If we don't get through them in a couple of days, though, our entire offensive could collapse. That's where your men come in. The whole ball game be in your laps. Kelley, Martin will fly you and 4 of your men over the Nazi line, and you'll look for a weak spot. Then, when you find it, you're to bail out and loosen it up some more. I can't stress enough how important this is, so do it right. Thousands of lives depend on how well you do. Godspeed and good hunting. Well, do your best, sir. We'll do our best, sir, with what we've got. Don't sweat it, Kelley. It'll be enough. Hey, here comes the sergeant. He's got somebody with him. Don't tell me they found some other poor jailbird to roost with us chickens. Man, I want you to meet Captain Martin. He'll be with us for a while. Not the Jack Martin, the gutless flyboy who got 3 of his buddies' planes shot down. One and the same, loudmouth, except you've got a couple of facts twisted. Nothing I can't fix by rearranging your teeth a little bit, though. Hold it, Martin. There's no room for thin skin. This isn't a matter of thin skin, Sarge. It's a matter of personal honor. And in the Air Corps, that's not something you let motor-mouth rich boys challenge. Well, how about it, pretty boy? Got anything else to say to me? Or does a rough combination turn the old squawk box off? I'll show you who's a pretty boy. You let our old men get wiped out, flyboy. Fine, Sarge. It'll be worth every spud I have to peel. Halt! Take one swing, Hamilton, and I'll have you on KP for a month. This gun far enough. Move in and stop him, men. Let me go. I'll murder that little punk with my bare hands. Yeah, just like you did a minute ago. You turn him loose and you'll sign the death warrant. If I turn either of you loose, it'll be to face me. Now cool off. That's more like it. Save your hatred for the Krauts, because believe me, you're going to need it. Little Bear Johnson, Hamilton, Sample, get your combat gear packed. We shove off in an hour. What a picnic this is going to be. A Sarge who doesn't trust me, and 4 guys hate my guts. Get that chip off your shoulder, Martin. And maybe you can cut it down to 3. Several hours later, somewhere over Germany. You've been awful quiet, Martin. Nothing saying? I got a lot to say, Sarge, but I figure the best way to say it is by doing, if you know what I mean. Yeah, I guess I do. Sorry I was a rough on you earlier, a little jumpy, I guess. But, well, if you ever want to talk about it, I'm not a bad listener. Thanks, I'll keep it in mind. But right now, I think I see our baby coming up, dead ahead. No doubt about it, that's the line. All right, geez, look at those cannons. Hang on to your earphones, Kelley, and we'll go down and get a close look on how the enemy lives. Holy Toledo, no wonder our tanks haven't been able to break through. Look at how thick those walls are. I'm no engineer, but I bet my wings it's going to take a massive airstrike to put a hole in that fortress. Well, sample your photographic memory finally getting a workout. Now, if I can just hold the whole thing till I can get it down on paper, maybe my blueprints will show us a weakness we can't spot from the air. Bandits, 10 o'clock. Drop what you're doing, man. And those turrets, we gotta fight on or die trying. Like birds of prey swooping toward an easy kill, the Nazi fighters rush toward the lone B-17, their wings spouting sure instant death. But the American bomber isn't called a flying fortress for nothing, and her gunners fight back valiantly. Steady, eh? Steady. You got one dead in your sights. Just squeeze it off, and hooey! It just exploded in midair. That stinking goose stepper never had a chance. And here comes another one, heading straight at me. Just one short burst. Got him! 2 in 1 day. They don't call me ace for nothing. I ought to get a medal for, what's this? Looks like the pilot got out, but it won't do him any good. When Ace Hamilton makes a kill, he makes a kill. I thought we'd seen the last of your kind, that wounded knee. You're like some kind of animal with the scent of blood in your nostrils, so sniff on the real thing for a while and think twice before you try to gun down a man in cold blood again. Things are getting too hot around here, Sarge. You and the boys better bail out. You go ahead. I'll lose the fighters in the clouds, then swoop down for another look at that weakness. That makes a lot of sense, Martin, but I know what you're thinking, but it isn't true. Besides, you have to trust me, or we're all going to go down. He's right. We can't help if we all go down with the plane. I don't like it, but okay, Martin, bring us in over our lines, and we'll hit the silk. Then, if you find anything, you can drop the info in the canister. Here's hoping you do, because if you don't, we'll never break through that line. Man, I see it, but I'm hanged if I believe it. Those guys must be crazy. Jumping into the middle of a suicide squad like this one? You ain't wrong, but I figure we can use all the help we can get, even if they are nuts. There he goes. Wonder if we'll ever see him again. One thing's sure. If we don't, we won't see anyone. Okay, almost as soon as it began, Kelley's reverie is ended by the brutal urgency of his commander's voice. Time's up. We got to hit him again. Sample, let's take one more look at those blueprints. You've had a little more time to study them. What do you think is there? A weak spot? Judging from what I see here, sir, I'd have to say no. It's solid as Gibraltar. That's what I was afraid of. Well, then we'll all have to keep hitting her till she crumbles. I'm not sure there's enough men and guns in the world to do that, sir. There better be, soldier. There better be. Let's go. Come on, come on. First objective is those pillboxes about 100 yards in front of the fortress. If we knock them out, we'll have a base to go at the fortress from let's get 'em. My methods may be a little hard to take by modern standards, but as long as they get the job done, I don't much figure they'll be busting me and sending me back to the reservation. Ah, battle lore, how I love it, man against man in the greatest sport of all. Of course it helps to be good at always sure of victory, because when you kill a man, you never have to worry about him coming back to defeat you another day. Keep moving forward. Don't get bogged down. We have to take those boxes if we have to fight hand to hand for them every inch of the way. Who am I kidding? For every one we get, 3 more seem to take its place. It's hopeless. You gave up a soft cell for this, Johnson? You must be nuts. But then, you never kidded yourself that you were any kind of a genius or anything. So now that you got yourself into this mess, you might as well play it for what all it's worth. A brain that takes pictures and one of the best draftsmen in the world. So it just stands to reason the Army'd make the most of the talents and put a gun in my hand. So help me, if I live through this, I'm putting in for a transfer to the wax or something. We're almost to the boxes, Sarge. What do we do when we get there? Take them, no matter what the odds, and hold them. Without those positions, we'll never get a real crack at the main line. They're sending out troops to meet us hand to hand. The way they're coming at us, it might just come to that. Then we'll fight them the way even if we have to use our fingernails for weapons. We have stopped them. Our troops have them stalemated, at least 50 yards from us. Joel, but we must not let up for a second. We must destroy the Americanus. They must be forced to retreat or die where they stand. It's no use. They've stopped us, advanced cold, and the artillery's blowing us to kingdom come. Where the devil are you, Martin? So help me, if I don't get you for running out on us in this life, I'll get you in the next one. What are we going to do, Sarge? They're cutting us to ribbons. We're going to shut up and keep shooting until orders to contrary come through. But this is insane. Why should we stay here and die when we couldn't retreat ourselves a chance to regroup? You only like the action when the decks are stacked in your favor, eh, Hamilton? Well, I got news for you. You better start taking losing lessons. For hours, the Nazi artillery pounds away at the beleaguered Allied troops, reducing their numbers with each shell and increasing the deadly tension, which stretches each soldier's nerves to near this breaking point. I always wondered what hell'd be like, but it can't be worse than this. Why don't they just finish us off and be done with it? I can't take much more of this. You can take it, soldier, and you will, because that's what you're paid to do. So shut up and think about your sweetheart or something until something gives you the way to get things going. It can't be long now. But not all men and nerves are home to the razor sharpness of the commanders. And as time wears on, some of them snap and run and die, while others, frozen in their icy grip, fear can do nothing but wait and worry and wonder until finally a well-organized army becomes a mass of chaos and desperation, each man acting on his own against the better of the army as a whole. The whole blasted attack force and coming apart at the seams, and there's nothing we can do to stop it. We're the devil's captain. He's going to have the order of something if he's still full of scale retreat. It might be safer for us to surrender. Not even half of us would make it. If we tried to retreat through all that hot shrapnel the Krauts laying down, I'd still be a better chance than Hitler'd give us once he found out we were under Captain Sawyer. If the Nazis do get us, Hitler will send our heads back to Happy Sam just to get even for what the Howlers have done to him. Wait a minute, hold everything. It's probably too late to do this any good, but take a look up there. Unless I missed my guess, here comes our long-lost flyboy. Out of ammo, an engine on fire, and the sky crawling with fighters, you really got yourself in the soup this time, Martin. But I got to pull this off somehow. It's liable to be the last chance I ever have to clear my name. Mine guns are jammed, but I will bring the Americana down by ramming him. Fool lager slippers, they'll do nothing to bring down a B-17, but the Joker didn't quite do a good enough job. If I can just keep this Craig airborne for a few more seconds, I can turn the whole battlefield around. It's him, all right. It's Mad Dog Martin, but that lousy Kraut shredded his wing off. Yeah, but he's still high enough to bail out and land on our side with the information he must have now. Just come and jump. No, he didn't make it out, and he's too low. Now it's all over. He's heading straight for the Kraut Fortress. Gonna crash smack into it. Kaboom! He flew it right into the wall. Give us life to open up the hole we needed. Yeah, and we wondered if he had enough guts to fight with our team. There'll be time for regrets later. Right now, let's move. It's still up to us to break through and be sure Martin didn't die in vain. The heart of the massive fortress gutted by the action of the lone American pilot. The Nazis quickly lose the will to fight, and in a matter of minutes, the rejuvenated Allies reach their objective. Look at that hole, big enough to march an army through. That's the general idea, meathead, so let's be marching. Just get to that ammo dump up there, and it'll all be over. That's it. I've heard of victory being snatched from the jaws of defeat, but this is ridiculous. With their proud fortress now a shambles, the Nazis flee before the Allied onslaught, and a wary combat Kelley and company gratefully stand back and let the regulars take over. Hold up, you heroes. I think even Happy Sam'd agree we've done our part in this battle. Or maybe I ought to say Mad Dog Martin did our part for us. Look at him go, opening up a road to Berlin. Yeah, and to talk and to thank we owe And to think we owe it all to a flyboy who had pegged for yellow. It's a shame he won't be around to accept the Medal of Honor he's sure to get. Who says I won't? If I'm going to get a medal, I'm sure going to be there to accept it. Sample, you believe in voices from the grave? Oh, come off that great spirit, mumbo-jumbo, Chief. The old mad dog is for real. You guys didn't think I'd die without giving you a chance to eat your words, did you? Mister, I'm so glad to see you. I'd even kiss you, if you weren't so blasted ugly, that is. Well, before this gets all sloppy, I can tell you're dying to hear the thrilling tale of my escape, which I will now be glad to amaze you with. You see, I had a couple of bombs on board, and I was going to lay them on a fort. But then, that fighter shared my wing off, so I had jammed the controls and bail out at the last second. And you want to know the funny part? I was so blamed busy, I clean forgot to be scared. Well, you did some job, and we're all proud of you. You came through like a champ. Let's just say I did what I had to do when I had to do it, and let it go at that. Whatever you say, Flyboy, and welcome to the Deadly Dozen. What do you mean, welcome? I ain't said I joined yet. All right. And that was Combat Kelley and the Deadly Dozen, number 6 from 1972. I hope you enjoyed that reading. And don't forget, this book and others are available on my eBay page, Papa's-Comic-Books. And as Papa and Combat Kelley and Martin always say,
that was easy.
until next time, Papa is out.